Hey everyone, John here, staff software engineer with 10 plus years of experience, the lead maintainer of Latterly.io. And in this stream, we will work on a Prestige Arena feature, also called a Top Honors feature. And that is the GitHub issue in front of us, number 270 on the Latterly repository. And so here I have kicked off a draft PR, a feature branch prefixed with 270, the number of the GitHub issue. Here's the PrestigeHunt.com website. We will essentially be ripping the prestige ranking features, the head-to-head leaderboard features of this website, and altering them and augmenting them for reasons that I've talked about in other streams. Basically, this website is poorly maintained, closed source, and limited in feature set. So we'll be open sourcing it and extending the feature set. I have initialized today's iteration by prompting ChatGPT to scan the website and assist with building a data model. We gave it this brief text, and now I'm going to continue by having it integrate my Prisma schema data model and also reviewing the text of this GitHub issue. So I'm going to Command P and look for Latterly schema. Here's the Prisma schema. Prisma has recently introduced partial schemas, by the way, so I might like to take advantage of that. Let's see what version of Prisma that I'm using. Prisma 5, good. Here is the existing data model. Please update it to include necessary fields and entities. The existing Prisma data model I'll specify. I believe in the prior stream on this, we already created the page. So here I'll npm run dev, Command P top honors. And here I can see I do have top honors page.tsx. Okay. And so I would like to be able to get to this page. So I'm copying the schema, Command A, V, S. I want to review the changes. Other models from the original schema. Okay, so it was smart enough to basically not deal with all of this. So here is a change to the user. The user now has votes. Good. There's a company model, a vote model, company A, company B. Don't really like that. Don't really like that. Here's a votable snapshot. So here I would like the company to be a kind of votable. To be a kind of votable so that we make a model votable, which might allow us to vote in the future between other sorts of things. better food, dishes of food, better schools, better educational platforms, better programming languages, and so on. Okay, so a company will be related to a votable this way. And how would this compare to like a categorical enumeration property on a votable? What are the pros and cons? I think this is smart. I think this is the right way to do it. Okay, so we have name, description, tags, prestige score, vote count, registered user votes, guest votes, website, miscellaneous info, votes, snapshots. Looks about right, frankly. It looks about right. Okay. Okay. So let me copy this. Go over here. I think session will be here twice is the current problem. Yeah. So what is the current complaint? Current complaint is that there are multiple vote records here. Yeah, that's not good. Votable A, B, and winner. And I'll like this type to be a votable type enum. A little bit redundant, given that we'll have the table name. But in the UI code, for example, I won't immediately have access to the table name, will I? Did I lose the user? So what is it doing here? User and then role and then votable. So only up to the votable A. Votable company, what do I have? I have votable company vote and votable snapshot. Great. So votable company vote and the votable snapshot. Really, this does make for a great Prisma fragment use case. Votable.prisma. Great. I wish it were the reverse. I wish it were prisma.schema, prisma.votable, and so on. So that they would group. Here, let me make a folder, which is partials. I'll put it in there. Really, really broken these things up. I prefer not to do that. The models related, I prefer to have the models related to the domain in a single file. And I'd also prefer to place my partial schema files in a folder called partials. Finally, I'd like the type. To use an enum, which currently allows what would we like to do? Definitely company, maybe company in school. Anything else? Chat, what do you think? Oh, I think my TikTok fell asleep. Let's see, company and schools. And maybe skills, maybe skills. So here's the votable.prisma. I want these vote and votable to be together. Do you actually write anything or just copy and paste? I write stuff. I also notice that type user is neither a built-in type nor refers to another model. Yeah. Votable.prisma. Okay. It doesn't quite seem to be picking up on the issue that I'm talking about, but maybe that's because I have not added the import statement yet. So let's go over here and add this include. Is my VS Code extension old? Thanks for the follow. Okay, it looks like the Prisma extension does not understand includes yet. All right, that's fine. We'll just not do this whole separate these things idea. Bummer, I thought that was going to be kind of cool, but it's not a big deal. All right, so I have the one file now. On my clipboard, I have the proper model, so I'm going to revert that and then add it at the end after the quiz data. Now I'll need to update the user. So user will have votes. Which is a collection of vote. Good. And then the company complaint. So here's the votable ID. Where did it add this? Added this to the votable. And now it has a list of company on the votable. See, I don't know that I like this. It might be fine, but it should be a 1-to-1, yeah? Cool. And I guess it'll be optional. It'll be like an optional company ID. Yeah. Okay, this makes good sense. Optional company by company ID. So here I go to the votable. And then has it removed the relation on the company side? Are you creating a test or implementing something? Is this developing or testing something? We're implementing a Prestige leaderboard feature. So you'll be able to vote on like what company or school you think is better. Only on one of the two, right? So what if I go this way? Unique fields on the defining side. Okay, so will a company have a unique votable ID? Yes, I think it will. I think it will. Okay. Now we can format and we're free of lint errors finally. Votable type is defined, company, school, skill. Do you work in the industry? Yes, I do. How about you? So really the only thing that this has given us is it has given us, like, why have a company model at all? It has given us this industry string. I'm really skeptical that this is worth its own model. Does the votable have tags? So the votable already has tags. So we can already tag it as fintech, say. Okay, so I'm going to delete this company model. Just straight up delete it. So we still have a company type, and now we basically have an enum pattern, which I think is simpler. Cool. All reused objects need models. So there is a model for it. There is a model for it. It's called a votable. So why do I need an additional model? I just got here, by the way. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, so I think this looks good. I think this looks good. I've eliminated the company. How do you spell eliminated? I've removed the model company in favor of just using the model votable. Next, I will provide the UI code and we will build the necessary forms and mutations to integrate or like to support the end user experience of voting on random pairs and viewing the leaderboards. Know your votable instance within a company. You have it backwards. Say more. Why is that the case? Okay, so here's chore, votable model. So I have npm run dev. Now let me go to the top nav. Okay, so here's the top nav, and I want it to include, so here's the inner top nav right, community. Yeah, community is over here. Okay, so this will be the area where I have a link to it. So I have a link to the blog. Let me open up localhost. By the way, if you think the video is sort of interesting, then throw some likes on the video, follow the page. Thank you so much for being here. What open source project is this? It's called Latterly. So we're working on the Prestige Arena feature. See if I can push this. Yeah, okay, so here's the votable model, and this will close this. Do you have a degree? Yeah. Bachelor's, master's, and PhD. FYI, this is why ChatGPT can't build applications, and prompting doesn't make you a dev. Best of luck, though. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Highly encourage AI-driven development these days. Definitely going to help you outperform other engineers. Okay, so here's the UI. We have the community tab. Where do we want to put this? I think I talked about this in a previous stream. So the leaderboard, under the community, we will show like the coolest members, right? Yeah, but being able to vote is kind of its own thing. It's kind of its own thing. So it'll go over here, top honors. And maybe I just say leaderboard. Let's update this top right nav component to hold a leaderboard dropdown. When clicked, it will allow the user to let's see, what does the PrestigeHunt do? So you see the leaderboard and then you can vote somewhere else, right? What does this add? Ranking insights. H2H. Yeah, see, I don't like how it does that. H2H. Yeah, view leaders or vote. View leaders or vote. When clicked, it will allow the user to view leaders or vote. Using ChatGPT to generate a simple element is wild. I'm out. Yeah, see you later. We're not asking it to generate a simple element here. Angel says, wanting to get into open source, but don't know where to start. Hey, you're in the right place. Latterly.io is totally open source. So feel free to join the Discord. You can view the GitHub, view open issues, or you can join the Discord and come chat about what to do. Okay, so let's see what it's done here. Command AVS. And open up the git diff. So now we have state and context. Let's see, we were getting along without state and context before. Oh no, it just removed the prefix. I like to use the prefixes actually. Okay, so I'm going to remove these. I can't find their Latterly Discord for some reason. It's right here under the community tab. Why is everyone hating on ChatGPT? Yeah, I have no idea. I think, I don't know. Let me know if you find out. I think a lot of people just don't know how to use it. I think that's a problem. Even experienced engineers, I've seen a lot of pushback, and it's just like when you try to dig into the reasons, it's just pretty clear they don't know how to use it properly. Like, oh, it could generate security issues. We're not like connecting this to prod. We're still going to go through peer review. Thank you. And for real, it's so useful. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so why is the href here? We don't put the href directly on the link these days, do we? So there's the link, the class name, the href. Because the page hasn't been made. So this is like the Next.js linting. Thanks for the follow. The Next.js linting is aware that this page doesn't yet exist. So we have the top honors page. So here's pages, here's top honors. So somehow that is still generating a complaint. All right, so here's the top honors leaderboard. I'd like this to be to the left of the blog. So let me move it. Oh, I've got to wrap up my stream here. Top honors leaderboard. There's like a vertical alignment thing with that chevron. How does mobile look? So the mobile menu will be its own page, so we need to add it there as well. Let me make a note. Okay, thanks for tuning in, y'all.